people about hell, I might just scare them off. Where are you going to scare them off to? Hell number 2? Or are you just going to sit there and let them burn?
Think about this for a second, guys. When was the last time, and I'm not saying this in a bad way, but I want you to think about this for a second. When was the last time either one of you witnessed to a Satanist or to a witch? Let's just use those two groups. Do either one of you remember the last time you did that?
Nope.
Well, I spoke to one out in Seattle. I spoke to one out in Seattle. This was probably about 7 or 8 months ago. However, and she was very clear in what she was doing.
Okay, you spoke to her. My question is, when was the last time you witnessed one? Did you witness to her?
No, I didn't witness. I didn't witness. I just I said I followed Jesus Christ, but we didn't go any deeper. She didn't want to go any deeper.
Well, you see, that's where you made your first mistake. You know, and this is what amazes me. Christians don't know how to witness to people, right? Now, let me ask you this. Would you witness to, let's say, a Catholic the same way you would witness to a Mormon?
No.
The reason's obvious, because they're two different religions. You have to speak a language that they understand, correct?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
But the same thing here with any of the occult religions. There's 8 major ones in America. Technically, I could say around the world, but I could break it down to, dozens upon dozens, but it really wouldn't matter. The point being, your first mistake was not understanding how to speak to her right. You don't throw out Jesus Christ at first. That's going to be a major turn-up right there.
Okay.
The first thing you should have done was, and you did it, but then you added Christ too quickly. The first thing I tell everyone to do when you're going to witness anyone of the occult is shut up. You're not there to speak. You're there to listen and learn. You want to see what this person believes and what they understand is the truth. Before you learn that, you can't properly witness to them. So let's say this person's a practicing witch. The next thing you should have said, okay, what do you believe in? Tell me. I mean, since I've never been a witch, would you please tell me, as a witch, what do you believe in? Get to know them. Build a relationship with them. Now, if you don't have time to hear the entire thing, be polite about it and say, of course you got to leave, but can we continue this next week at this place, this, whatever. I'll buy you coffee, I'll buy you lunch, whatever. Just let me know, can we just continue this, next week or whenever? Okay, I guarantee you, 99 out of 100 of them are going to show up next week, because they have very few people who want to hear what they have to say. Yeah. We're too busy carrying a 10-ton black Bible to beat them over the head with that we forget that, hey, guess what? They want to be listened to also. So why aren't we listening to them?
Right. So, meeting them where they're at?
Well, yeah, that's what you have to do. Before you can properly witness to them, you have to know what they believe in, don't you?
Yeah,
absolutely.
But listen to them. That's why I say the first thing you should do is shut up. You're there to listen and learn. Now, after, let's say this may take 2 weeks, 3 weeks, maybe even a month, you haven't wasted your time, because when that person has said all that they've wanted to about what they believe in and all this, they've gotten to know you. You've gotten to know them for 2, 3, 4 weeks. That's when you politely ask them, now, can I share with you my truth, what I believe in? And that's when you don't get preachy. You're not there to witness yet. You are, but it's not that time yet. You're there to share what you think is the truth. You see what I'm saying here?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
You're developing a relationship here and a process with this person that if you take it in the proper steps, you're going to get to that position to where you'll be able to witness to them without them saying, no, I'm not interested, no, I don't want to hear it. They will want to hear what you have to say because you have given them that respect. You've given them that time. You've given them the chance to say what they want to say.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
You know?
I agree. Yeah.
Now, it doesn't mean they're going to get saved overnight. Let me tell you a true story of this one pastor I knew. My goodness, I really must be getting old. I know more stories than I know what to do with. Oh, well, true story. This one pastor was witnessing on Saturdays. And there was this one house, excuse me, he would always stop at. The first time he did it, the lady just blew him off and just slammed the door in his face. And trust me, I know what that feels like. Oh, God,
yeah.
praise. I've had more doors slammed in my face than I know what to do with. But anyway, so the pastor went there the next week. And the lady just told him off and slammed the door.
Yeah.
On the 49th try. Wait. On the 50th try. Yeah, because it was almost a full year at this point. 50th try. The lady saw him, and before she cussed him out or slammed the door in his face, she said, listen, I am tired of you showing up here. If I let you in and say what you got to say this time, will you leave me alone from here on in? And the pastor just said yes. So she let him in. Now remember, this is number 50. The pastor left. She got saved.
Mm-hmm.
Now, afterwards, one of the members of his congregation asked the pastor, why did you witness to that lady 50 times? And the pastor told him, because 49 was not enough. Yeah. Well, you see, the truth of the matter is, this is what you're facing when you're going to witness to occultists. As I just stated, they're not always going to get saved on the first time. After you said your truth, maybe they will be in the mood for you to go further and witness to them. Maybe they won't be. In any case, I always tell everyone, don't expect them always to get saved on the first try. It doesn't always happen.
Okay.
You know, so you have to be very patient, very loving with these people in the occult, because most of those people, and this is going to be an eye-opener for you folks, most of those people who end up in the occult were because Christians rejected them to begin with.
Wow.
These people were different. They were the outsiders. They were the oddballs. And if they can't get their spiritual fix in a Christian church, they're going to find it somewhere else.
Yeah.
You see, man inherently has a part of him that has a need to have a spiritual core. You see, without that in a human being, there is a void. And God's creation does not like a void. It will fill it in one way or the other. Think of like a big hole in the ground. You can ignore it for years, but I guarantee you, it will fill itself up. And it's the same thing with us, spiritually speaking. Our creation, our spiritual part of us does not like a void. And if we do not fill it with God's Word and Christianity, it's going to find a way to fill it up. It will fill it up with Satanism, witchcraft, polymayumba, whatever, if it has to. But it will fill itself up. It's that inherent spiritual need because we are spiritual creatures.
If you like our videos, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and the notification bell to get all our frequent updates.